Welcome, beautiful generator, to today's 2024 channeled message for you. And as I mentioned before as I mentioned in my New Year's video, that the actual beginning of the new cycle in terms of the sun and how it is imprinting on us begins January 22nd this year. So that is when we're being initiated into a new phase. And so these first weeks of January are really the completion of that 2023 year. And so, yeah, you can, if you like, still use these last weeks before January 22nd to feel into this past year and what you're completing and what you're integrating, and then being ready to be initiated into a new phase in January 22nd. And to discover what that is, I'm recording a video with my friend Natalia about 2024 and how the collective energies are influencing us. So definitely stay tuned for that, for a more broad brushstrokes view of how you're going to be influenced from the outside this year. But this is really a channeled message for you, specifically from my direct connection with God. All of my channeled messages are potentially activations. So it's not just the information, it's actually energetic work. So I'll be sharing frequencies with you that can really come in and heal and shift and transform. And so please always just make sure that you feel aligned with receiving that. And as you're receiving, you can go ahead and really close your eyes and tune in on an energetic level to receive the most benefit. And since this is frequency work, it's also something that you can come back to in the future if you feel like you need a refresh or to be bathed in those frequencies to help you reset yourself. So checking in that you have an inner yes to receiving today, and honoring that inner no, knowing that if this is not right for you at this time, that you bow out and you honor yourself. And this, dear generator, is really at the core of your message today, is simply yes and no. To take the time more often to be aware of your yes and your no. Be aware of what you are opting into. And know that just by being present in any scenario, you are adding energy to it, you're adding life force. So you're not a neutral presence, you're always contributing. You're always adding, especially where you're aligned. You can also detract from situations when you're unaligned with them, but the essence of the message that we want to share right now is that because you carry this great gift of life force energy that adds to itself, that is regenerative, that is making more, it's life that reproduces into more life, that you are always benefiting the situations that you're involving yourself in. And many of you don't really value this regenerative characteristic that you take with you everywhere you go. You don't even have awareness of it in some cases. You're just sort of walking around, involving yourself and being quite frivolous or careless with your energy because it is so plentiful, until you feel depleted, and then you feel taken advantage of, you feel dishonored, you feel discarded, you feel rejected, you feel devalued, you feel like you haven't gained from your efforts. And that is true, in fact, because you haven't actually honored your contribution. So the beginning of honoring Your contribution is to see that you are making a contribution and to see that your energy adds a great deal to any scenario just by you being present in that scenario. So when you say yes to something, when you opt in, you're bringing a lot to the table. You're it's like you say yes to showing up. It's like you're bringing a beautiful dish to the meal, and you're always doing that. You're always bringing something really delicious to the meal. You're always bringing a great contribution. So you can begin to reframe your yes in your own mind as a yes, and knowing that you're always contributing. So do you really want to contribute your energy to this scenario? And is it of benefit to you? Is it of value to you? Is it regenerative for you? And even beyond that, does it just really feel like a yes? So you can fine-tune that knowledge with understanding, if you have sacral authority or emotional authority. If you have sacral authority, really tuning into that that feeling of the gut response, energy available or not. And if you have emotional authority, also noticing your sacral response, because that is part of your makeup. But then also feeling into your emotions and how you are receiving all kinds of information through your emotions over time, and sorting through that information and becoming more aware in the process, more wise. But even more powerful is to familiarize yourself with the no. And to get really comfortable with no, with opting out, with saying, this is not for me at this moment. And it always is a not now. Like a no is a not now. There can be no's that are just flat out no's, but there's often no's that are just, this is not the time. And it's not necessarily even about the person, the place, or the thing. It's just about the timing. And when you really align with this yes and this no and this knowing of not now, you begin to flow. You flow through life, and it's just going to feel so good. Your energy really wants to flow in life. It just wants to weave here and there and move through space and time in this elegant movement, in this dance that feels so good, like silky smooth and delightful, and like just a surprise. It's meant to be delightful, this journey of moving through time and space in the unknown. And that's what your yes and no hold for you. That's what they open you up to on a daily basis. So this is a beautiful practice for you to play with, and know that even, a no isn't a rejection of someone or something. It's just an indicator of what's in divine flow for you at this moment. And that is even something you can say if you have trouble saying no, and if you feel like you're rejecting people when you say no. You can say, oh, this doesn't feel in divine timing for me. This This is not now for me. And this beautiful pause that can open up for you when you create more no's in your life is that you have some moments to just sit still and feel and know and connect with the truth and the light of who you are, and enjoy your own presence and refuel and fill up your own energetic essence, your own aura. So it's like your aura just fills up with energy and you become whole and full. And so your resources are at the max for when the next yes comes. And as you refill and you have more reserves and you're really full of life, then you become even more aware of how your yes to something is a huge contribution, because you're really bringing all of this beautiful energy to everything you're doing. So don't be afraid to remove yourself from moments where you feel, yeah, this is done. I'm no longer feeling my presence want to be here. I'm ready to move on. I want to go home. I want to refuel my tanks and get used to honoring yourself and your own rhythms. This is the greatest teaching that you can bring to the loved ones in your life. And also your support of them following their yes and no. It's not that you're selfish, you're actually wanting this for everyone, to honor their energy, and you see it as symbiotic and mutually beneficial, that you can then dance together in this beautiful weaving, an honoring of who you really are when you listen to your truth. And we'll sit now in the moment of the heart with you. Replenishing your heart, replenishing your reserves of the heart. And filling your tank from bottom all the way up to the top. Great well-being and life force and love all through and through, filling you with light, pure light. My dear generator, you are well and you are blessed and you are prospered in this 2024. Thank you. So coming back, a beautiful message to receive. This energy is so wonderful, so beautiful, so peaceful and full of life and well-being. My dear, if you would like to meet with me personally, I've opened up my calendar for some one-on-one 2024 activations, which are channeled messages, plus my intuitive glance at your human design chart to speak to anything that's going on for you that you would like me to address. It's a short session, it's 25 minutes. I was going to just pre-record it, but I wanted to give you the chance to respond and give me feedback about the direction of the message I received for you. So if you would like to do one of those, this is a really great opportunity if you've been wanting to do a reading with me, or if you have done a reading and you just want kind of a touch up to get back into momentum, to be uplifted, to be supported. It's something that you can listen to over and over and over as you move into 2024. It's $111, which is a really great deal. And so those are limited. I'm only opening up a few spots for like what I have capacity for right now, between now and the beginning of 2024, according to Human Design. So I'll put the link here on the page, and you can check that out, 2024 activation. And I look forward to seeing you again soon here on my channel. Much love. Let me know how that message resonates. Oh yeah, I'll put the link here on the page here. Okay, bye.